because it's got this weird little, air channel here.
I always aim for bullet-like.
Oh yeah, it's more bullet-like, that's for sure. It looks a lot better than the previous anal bead, but
All right.
you gotta see it. If you're not watching it on the stream, then yeah, you need to be able to watch it.
Okay.
What I'm worried about is this gap between the process lab and this. It looks like, I mean, we're wide enough that if you look from above, we're now wider than the mobile process lab. But we got this little place that I think we completely are.
I wouldn't do it that way.
I don't think I have the docking port. We had a choice earlier, and I did not end up with that.
Protect our future.
You would not do it this way? Would you go on ahead and cover it?
You can. It's gonna be really heavy. That's the only thing. Like ferrying the entire thing is like crazy. So you're saying you had the adapter on there before from the 2.5 to 1.25?
Yeah, I mean, what that did was it's even worse. I mean,
right. It's heavy. So your question is aerodynamically. I don't know. It's not something I'm too thoroughly aware of, is how it calculates the aerodynamics. Maybe someone could chime in on that, because I think, realistically it wouldn't do very well, but if the game's calculating aerodynamics in a really simple way, then it would be fine. You might just strut it up and see what happens. It's gonna need struts to keep that top part from, I would assume, wobbling. It looks like it might.
Struts make
What
sense.
I would do, actually, here's what you should do: slap a fuel tank and a rocket on there, just see what happens.
Oh, and just take it out?
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Sure, whatever.
You don't sound convinced.
Protect our future. Protect our future. We're fighting for. Protect our future. We're fighting for.
Mainsail?
Yeah.
So Poodle's the atmosphere one, and the mainsail and skipper are the other ones. I don't remember putting the engineer on here, but apparently it's giving me some stuff. Or is it just it's going to give me it in the VAB no matter what?
Yep.
This does not want to close. Service bay close, you bastard. That flies straight.
Our future. Protected.
Whee!
We're fighting for. Protected. Our future.
Any wobblage?
Oh yeah, lots of wobble. Oh no, on that? Probably not. But it's too early to tell on that. How do I see the aerodynamics?
I have no idea.
There's an aerodynamics thing. Okay, F12. Where there's drag. I did some things though, so let's try that again. Let's just go back to the launch pad. I think we've got some tilt on here. I don't have. Let's fix this. I think we've got some torque. Thank you, John. No, there's no torque. The balance is just off. Maybe we're not. Yeah, we're not in the center. I don't think that I didn't think that mattered, but. I think center in this mattered, but. I mean, we have no wings or anything either, but it just was wobbly. And yeah, this just falls right over. I destroyed.
See this.
It just boom. Just tips right over. It can't sit on the pad, dude.
Or the legs deployed? I'm trying to look here.
I mean, we got no wings or anything, but you know, I would expect something better than that. Oh, come on. It's fast. But I mean, I didn't lower the thruster weight at all. As far as wobbly, wow, I'm actually getting heat. No, I think aerodynamically we're fine.
Cool.
I mean, the rocket itself isn't, obviously it's not.
Yeah. Not legit yet.
But I wasn't seeing any real aerodynamic effects that I need to worry about. Do that one more time just to see better. Let's actually put that on the same stage this time. So the only drag I'm seeing, I'm getting drag from the landing legs themselves. Otherwise, there's nothing else being caught up. Audio Tab, welcome, how's it going? You added a highlight for that chunk. Was that for the crash or for what? that just that gave me an APO of 63.
What?
That was straight up, no gravity turn, no nothing, just
Yeah.
it's always fun to play with that and see. So yeah, that much is fine, but now that almost makes me want to throw on another something to cover the landing legs because they got some drag, but it's not a big deal. We have. Oh, you know what? Where's my cone? That was actually missing a couple of things. The hell? That was missing the Science Junior and the service bay that probe was in, but we don't really need to have that. Service bay was for the science itself.
Now, one thing I'm thinking, you've got the lander attached to the top of the research lab, right? Or are we still assuming everything's coming down, right?
Yeah, well, right now it is, but yeah.
All right. The only thing is, if you do plan to do the abort thing on, on not deorbiting the module, the lab, sorry, you got to think of you got to think of a way to land the other part too, and to actually deorbit it in the first place.
Right, which means
So it's really one or the other.
right. Yeah, it was kind of silly to make it a possible dual purpose. It was just I wanted to keep them both in mind. Is all. I want the science. I want the science. I want to be able to say like, yeah, I went straight there and I did it. But I mean, we can do redundant missions and we can get rid of the science.
I think this is a good ambitious mission here. It's
Think so? Then let's do it. Let's just try to actually get it, design this so they can land. Now, with this in mind, do we really need a service bay to house all the science, or can we just put it all inside of the fairing?
So I take it
New Yorker,
you're planning
welcome.
to land with the fairing attached, and to pop the fairing off when you land on Juno.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Is that not a thing?
I'm thinking like the fairing works going out of the planet, but coming back you're going to be using the heat shield to land.
Right. Well, I mean, okay. So, you think the service bay is going to keep everything inside so that I don't have. Okay. Well, if I'm dropping that fairing earlier, then that means this whole decoupler thing has to be below the science.
Where was the decoupler? It was part of the fairing. Or with the fairing. Yeah, you don't. You're just going to bring the fairing down all the way with you. There's no need to try to remove it because it's got important parts on top of it.
Right, so we're not decoupling it now, or are we just...
Yeah, if